It is 4:30 a.m. on Monday, the 9th of May, 2022, or so they'd have us believe. Why is it time important, people? Because for the last 2.5 hours, your humble, ever-flexible, most fluid, incredible messenger on the wall, a valuable asset, has been conducting a war with my neighbor down the street's dogs that got out, and they've been raising holy hell with my dogs. It sounds like a war zone out here. I'm almost hoarse from screaming at his dogs, "Get the fuck out of here." I think he might have got drunk, because normally he's pretty good at keeping them penned up. And dogs do get out. Okay, so you need to know that piece of news. At the bottom feeder pit yesterday, briefly talking to a good sub of mine. Again, we'll mention no names. You know who it is. Tango Charlie. Flat Earth did come up briefly. Wasn't the time nor the place. And you know, I'm getting to the point now when I've been at this so long that people don't even have to ask the most pressing question they want to ask. I can read it in their eyes. And no, people, I do not have any special telekinetic powers. The question they want to ask is the big question: why? Why? So why would governments? Why would media? Why would science so-called? Why all the above and more would they hide the true shape of the Earth and the facts of the universe, etc.? Well, I'll tell you what, people. From my point of view, come on, Dave. We want facts, not your opinions. Don't you know, Dave, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. Fair enough, people. But I'm going to give you my opinion anyway. The number one reason why, and I've said this before on this channel, is to conceal the creator. And if there is a creator, that also means he gave us an owner's manual. And why wouldn't he? If you're going to create something as complicated as the Earth, the solar system, the vast universe, wouldn't you have a owner's manual to go along and get the maximum opportunity out of this life and have it abundant? I mean, come on, Ford Motors, Dodge, GM, don't they all put owner manuals? I think they use CDs now. And they're stupid vehicles. It makes perfect sense to have an owner's manual. If that is a creator, if that's true, then we become the center of everything. We become very significant. We realize our net and self-worth, people, and we get a freedom in thinking, and free people are very difficult for masters on plantations to control us. Now, if there is no creator, we become a mere insignificant speck on a minor planet with a minor sun in one of a million galaxies, hurtling ever outward in this expanding forever vast universe where even the speed of light, mathematically calculated 286,000 miles per second, because there's no way they can measure that, people, it's all magics, takes billions of years to reach Earth in the form of stars, starlight. Yeah, come on, man, you know the rest of the story. And those stars, because light took billions of years to get here, might have died several billion years before, and we saw the death of that star. So you know the bullshit, right? You know the rest of this. And if that's the case, people, Aleister Crowley might have a valid point. Do what thou wilt is the whole of the law. If it feels good, do it. Live for today, people. For tomorrow, you're dead. I mean, there's no rules. You're just an insignificant piss ant. So you might as well party hardy and get what you can get out of life. And who ultimately benefits from this, people? Well, I'm going to tell you. Team Evil. It's the ever-going long-range battle plans, the war between Team Good and Team Evil, covering thousands of years. Jesus H. Christ. Dave, come on. Some of us have gotten beyond the biblical fairy tales of your sky god. We've grown up and we have outgrown your mythology, which, by the way, hurts your credibility. Hard to take a guy serious who believes in sky gods and earthly demonic spooks. Yeah, I'm certain that's the case for some of you people, and it's tragic, because you snooze, you lose. You don't have a foundation to work upon. You're going to be in a fog of war the rest of the few days you have left on this earth, and you got nothing going for you. I'm sorry you feel that way. So, okay, we won't belabor the major reason why they would lie. We'll go to reason number 2. Boy, my voice even sounds hoarse to me from yelling at his goddamn dogs all morning. 2.5 hours of it. Okay. Major reason number 2. Why lie? How about to hide land, people? How about to perhaps hide massive amounts of land we were never taught about or even know about, at the North Pole and the South Pole, top and bottom of your precious globe, wet ball rocket that you believe you live on. And we can't go there. By law, people, backed by authorized use of deadly force, if necessary. So this is going to be kind of a short little podcast here, and the important thing to take away is I am leaving you a link. I'm leaving you a link from my good friend over at OTT to an hour-and-a-half video. It's well done. It's a must-watch. I suggest you not only watch it, but subscribe to his most excellent channel. You'll see it. It'll be in the link. So, let me just play a minute or so of this. Here we go. This won't take long. It won't be painful. Oh, wrong one. I'm prepared as usual. As usually well prepared. Here we go.
Have you heard of such a thing as no-fly zones? For instance, you can't fly in certain areas near the Arctic Circle or the Antarctic Circle. The reasons being is because there are lands there that we're not supposed to know about. They don't want those lands to be discovered.
All these corrupt systems that are stealing money from us, kidnapping our children, just doing horrible things, they rely upon the cattle staying on the ranch, the slaves on the plantation.
Hey, he just called us cattle. Oh, my good buddy Murray calls us cattle too.
That's why Flat Earth is the most important knowledge we can obtain. It's because there is more land.
Don't look at us and say, go prove it. It won't allow us to go prove it. We're not the lazy ones here. We're being restricted from going to prove this to you. So because of that, of course we're going to speculate. It's a red flag. If that's not a red flag to you, I don't know what is. They won't allow us to go. Allow us to go. If we go and there's nothing there, I'll admit I'm wrong. But all signs point that they're hiding more land.
You have to have permission to do everything. You have to have permission to marry the love of your life. You have to have permission to travel down the road when we have the inalienable right to travel from point A to point B. You people think you're free? You're not free. You're free-range chickens. That's what you are. You're free-range chickens held in an area you're not allowed to go past, and if not, you go to jail or you get shot. Stay on the plantation, do what you're supposed to do, pay your taxes, and shut up.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting, well done presentation. Hour and a half, well worth your time. And I'm sure some of you guys are going to ignore my advice. I kind of feel sorry for the person today that has an inquiring mind and says, okay, I've heard some of this flat earth shit before now. I'm going to do a little independent research and that's the way to go, people. Don't take anyone's word for it. I'm going to see if there's any truth and validity to this. Well, here's the problem. It's not 2015 anymore. See, I go back to the days of the early flat earth movement on YouTube. And, the days of Eric Dubay, Mark Sargent. Yeah, way back then. If you do the Google today, if you do the YouTube today, you'll get all the why flat earth is bullshit videos first. If there's anything truthful about flat earth, you're going to be buried down on page 28 of your searches. You'll get the Flat Earth Society, which is a totally controlled opposition bullshit site. Anybody that goes there and believes anything those dumb fuckers say you're screwed. It won't lead you to the truth. Now, if you do find something of interest because your patience and your persistence paid off, you're going to get the disclaimer, on every YouTube content disclaimer. And it says something like this: Flat Earth from Wikipedia, the source of all knowledge, of course. The flat Earth model is an archaic and scientifically disproven conception of Earth's shape as a plane or a disk. Stacked against you, people. Who owns YouTube? Google. Who owns Google? The Alphabet Corporation. So, I'm going to keep it short, like I said. Strongly recommend you check out this link, people. You do have an hour and a half. You know you do. You got to quit volunteering to be mushrooms. The plantation people, they grow us like mushrooms. They keep us in the dark, ill-informed, and they feed us endless supplies of bullshit. Now, it's one thing to be a forced mushroom, but why are you guys volunteering for it? Okay, running along here. Anyway, people, you know what I'm going to tell you, don't you? It's Monday, and I got stuff to do. I just made a 10-minute podcast with no barking dogs in the background. Amen to that. I got stuff to do.